YouTube has been home to plenty of controversial figures, and this varies between big names on the platform and smaller, more intimate channels. I'm going to be looking at content creators from YouTube that have ruined their careers on the platform due to becoming criminals. All the people in this video have been convicted of charges, and their crimes have tarnished their names forever. Robert Krampf. Robert Krampf, a Kane countryman, was a former science educator. He studied geology at the University of Tennessee and worked at the Pink Palace Museum and Planetarium. He has had a lifelong obsession with science, which led him into touring the United States in a one-man show where he named himself Mr. Electricity. His fascination for science and a desire to teach led him on adventures ranging from excavating dinosaur bones in Wyoming to watching whales off the coast of Mexico. In 2006, he adopted the name The Happy Scientist and created a YouTube channel, posting educational entertainment that was targeted towards children. Krampf had around 8,000 subscribers to his channel, which is a hell of a lot of people if you ask me, and with one particular video, he managed to accumulate millions of views.
I could use it in my hair, maybe?
Oh, well,
after the show?
Sure.
I mean, I need it.
Keep your head from catching fire.
Okay.
All right. Now, to give you an idea of how much heat it can absorb, hold your hand up. We're going to take the torch and put the flame on your hand. Turn your hand this way so they can see a little bit.
You see that?
All right. Now, as it starts to heat up, we'll see the flame a little bit. Incredible amount of heat there being absorbed by the gel, but none of it gets through to your skin. We could stay there for quite a long time without cooking your hand.
You could even say I'm heating up.
Yes.
NBA Jam style.
He seems like a pretty charismatic guy. In this video, he's so happy, laughing away and engaging with the audience. He sort of reminds me of a scientist Bob Ross. Krampf was pretty successful in his science education program where he dubbed himself Mr. Electricity. He toured the US for a total of 7 years. He travelled with his wife, and his shows were recommended for children ages 5 and upwards. At this time, he would also perform private shows for patients at the Children's Hospital of Orange County. He even created his own website, which breaks down videos by topic, including life, earth, chemical, and space sciences. Although, if you go on the website and try to access these videos now, you will find that they are no longer available, and his YouTube channel has now been deleted. The YouTube channel has been taken down and no longer exists. Any evidence of his videos now come from third parties, which feature on other people's channels. This is due to what happened on December 2020, where Krampf was arrested for the possession of. He appeared on detectives' radar due to a Craigslist sting earlier in that month, which saw someone pose as and invite anyone interested to apply to spend time with a child that this person knew. Krampf's application to this was discovered, which led to a search of his house. It was discovered that the 64-year-old had material on his computer involving children who were under the age of 12 years old. Investigators were shocked at what they found in his home. They seized a total of 20 external hard drives full of material from the residence. Investigators described the amount as thousands upon thousands of illegal images. The first singular hard drive that was examined had about 4 terabytes of material inside. The visual observation was described as being incredibly overwhelming, and he was not alone in this ordeal. As part of the sting operation, 11 other people were arrested as well. He was sentenced to a minimum of 5 years in prison, and it is not known as to when he is to be released. We know that on the internet that the topic of is a prevalent thing. I hope that the kids and the material was found on these hard drives are okay and I hope they're safe, and I hope that their families are doing okay too. And I hope this man rots in hell. Cultural Philistine. Cultural Philistine created his YouTube channel back in September 7th, 2011. The majority of his content was strange, if not odd. Each video would consist of a black screen where Cultural Philistine would talk about various subjects. The topics that he would choose to talk about would also feed into the factor that something about his channel fell off. He would ramble about religion, mental health, and antinatalism. Many of these videos would be split into several episodes. The channel had accumulated 840 subscribers and overall had 25,254 views. From his last upload in 2012, the channel went unknown until 2021. Due to members on a subreddit discovered the channel, and this would eventually lead to it being taken down that year on September 13th. Some of these videos have been archived through transcripts and video downloads, and a few people have taken it upon themselves to create newer versions of the old channel, uploading the original videos. This channel, which sat on YouTube for 9 years, belonged to one of the most infamous men in American history. Cultural Philistine was the online alias of Adam Lanza, who was responsible for the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. He was responsible for the death of 27 people. This school shooting ended up being one of the most deadly school shootings in American history. Cultural Philistine's mental health began to deteriorate with his time being online. He was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome and OCD. Due to these events, he would be homeschooled until he was 18. He was keen to join the army, but his parents did not entertain this due to his mental health disorders. Adam also refused to go to any psychiatrist to seek help. Due to his deep hatred for humanity, his diagnosis from doctors during the previous years only left him feeling rejected, self-isolated, and rage, which he was left to internalise. His digital footprint could be tracked, where he would be seen in different forums, frequently making posts about mass murderers and firearms. He spent a considerable amount of time online discussing guns, even revealing a fetish for 32 ACP bullets. This fetish only escalated into an obsession. He often visited and interacted with the Super Columbine RPG and Shocked Beyond Belief forums, which are no longer available. Along with this, he also created a Wikipedia account, Cane Bread, where he took it upon himself to edit articles about shooters and terrorism. He corrected, or sometimes more clearly specified details surrounding various killers and shootings. All of this would eventually lead to the Sandy Hook massacre. On December 14th, 2012, Adam shot and murdered his mother, Nancy, who was aged 52, in their home. From this, he also stole her car and drove to Sandy Hook Elementary School. Shortly after 9:35 a.m, he managed to break into the school by shooting a window with one of his mother's firearms, a Bushmaster XM15. He entered a classroom and proceeded to shoot 15 children and their teacher. By some miracle, one student actually managed to survive. Adam would then encounter staff members and proceed to also murder them, except for one who faked their death. Adam then headed towards another classroom, where he continued to shoot several children who were hiding under desks. Their teacher, Victoria Soto, attacked Adam to help students escape, yet she would also then be shot and killed by Adam. Police responded to phone calls that were being made during this time and arrived on scene at the school by 9:40 a.m. They entered the building and heard a final shot. When they followed the noise and entered the classroom, they discovered Adam dead after shooting himself. 27 people died in this event, 20 of them being children aged between 6 and 7 years old, 6 being school staff members, and 1 being his own mother. Of course, the public in the United States were grief-stricken by these events. Around 2015, Sandy Hook Elementary was demolished, and a new one opened in 2016. Adam was heavily condemned for the shooting, as he should be, and his own father claimed that he wished that Adam had never been born. And I feel sorry for his dad. He lost his wife, and he has to live with the fact that his child caused such atrocities that ruined so many people's lives and caused so much upset within the United States. The guilt that someone must feel over something like that must be excruciating. I truly can't fathom how his YouTube channel managed to sit undiscovered for all those years. It took members of a mass murder subreddit to discover his channel. I hope that the people that lost their lives in this incident are at rest, and I hope that their families have managed to build their lives back together in whichever way they could. I truly wish them well, and I hope that it brings them some comfort that this monster is no longer around. Vitaly. Vitaly, better known by his YouTube name, Vitalized TV, is known for his YouTube pranks and publicity stunts. He stood as a prominent internet personality and at the time, a YouTube sensation, as he managed to captivate audiences around the world with his extroverted personality and fearless approach to outrageous pranks and bold stunts. He received his first success with the video Miami Zombie Attack Prank, which was inspired by the cannibal attack of a homeless man in Miami in May 2012. In the prank video, Vitaly would dress up as a zombie in the poorest neighbourhoods of Miami to try and scare random bystanders. This video is controversial in itself, as Vitaly focuses on chasing mostly black people, which became a common theme for him, as he had been previously accused of humiliating black people in his older videos and acting in a racist manner. His YouTube career is questionable and has also faced accusations of staging his YouTube pranks. Despite this, his channel sits at 10 million subscribers, his most popular video sitting at 76 million views. Vitaly quickly took one of his own pranks too far, where he was arrested back in July 2012 in Florida for a bomb hoax. He ended up in jail for 20 hours after he approached another man, implying the briefcase he was carrying had a bomb inside. This video is titled Russian Hitman Prank and is still online, having a total of 18 million views. On May 25th, 2016, he was also arrested for trespassing after claiming the Hollywood sign is part of a video stunt. On June 10th, he was again arrested for streaking during Game 4 of the NBA Finals between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors, with security apprehending and arresting him. During the 2017 World Series, he was arrested for running onto the field at Minute Maid Park shortly after Carlos Correa of the Houston Astros hit a home run. In January 2012, he was arrested and spent 5 days in an Egyptian jail after climbing the pyramids of Giza. This man has a reputation for reaching lengths to gain views on his videos and has a track record of being arrested. In April, the same year of climbing the pyramids, his reputation would turn much more sinister and his career would plummet on YouTube as he was arrested and later charged for the aggravated battery of a woman in Miami. The woman was out for a leisurely jog and Vitaly suddenly jumped out in front of her with his arms open. To me, this insinuates that he was going to try and hug the woman When this wasn't received, he then allegedly tackled her to the ground and repeatedly punched her. He struck her multiple times in the head and chest, leaving her with a 2-inch laceration above her right eye, in which she required stitches. The woman screamed, which drew the attention of people nearby, which prompted her attacker to back off. The woman stated that she did not know who he was, and he was later arrested and charged with aggravated battery. It is unclear as to why he done this, whether it be under the influence of drugs, alcohol, or a combination of the both. I speculate that with the decline of prank videos, Vitali started to become desperate in order to stay relevant, and his mental state could perhaps be deteriorating for a while prior to this violent incident happening. A lot of people have claimed that on that day he had ingested mushrooms, hence the unexplainable behaviour. But I do believe that this man is violent, and somehow he's still managed to be successful on another platform. Personally, I've always found prank videos to be low, shallow, dangerous, and potentially the lowest form of humour. They've been around since early YouTube, and they still make me cringe the way they used to back then. They aren't funny, they suck. I hope the woman in the attack has managed to recover well. I hope that she didn't face too many problems. This woman could have been left with PTSD or anything after this attack, and this man is still managing to make money through his streams on Kick. It's disgusting, and I feel that this man should not have a platform at all. Austin Jones. Austin Jones created his YouTube channel back in July 3rd, 2007. The majority of his content was music videos, usually punk or rock themed, with the occasional vlog and short skits on both YouTube and Vine. He did covers for existing music from bands, ranging from a cappella and acoustics, songs ranging from 21 Pilots, Panic at the Disco, and Fall Out Boy. He was pretty successful in doing this, and he quickly became popular on the YouTube platform. He had a total of 547,000 subscribers and an overall 41 million views on his channel. This success also enabled him to go on multiple tours and meet fans. The channel has been deleted due to the crimes that he committed, but some of his old videos have been re-uploaded onto the site by third parties. By May 10th, 2015, many came forward and claimed that Austin would message his underage fans on their Facebook page and ask them their age. This evidence was retweeted by YouTuber DFizzy. Videos also leaked of Austin teaching minors how to twerk in private text. I wish I could erase the images of Austin Jones twerking from my brain. He would also manipulate and pressure minors into sending nudes, expressing his disappointment when they refused. Not only would he actively seek out underage children, he would use the power dynamic and their loyalty as his fans to influence the things in which he wanted them to do. In one example, Jones messaged with a girl who told him she was 14 years old. Jones allegedly asked her to send videos of herself dancing in a sexual manner and referred to it as a tryout and an opportunity. This 14-year-old child sent him about 15 videos of her dancing, including 10 videos in which she exposed herself. When these allegations first began to come out, Austin begged the victims not to come out and expose him, trying to preserve his public image. But it was too late. Many fans and YouTubers alike were already calling out his behaviour by this point and tarnished him and a manipulator. On June 28, 2015, he uploaded a video in which he admitted to talking to minors for the purpose of the twerking videos, and he talks about how he regrets his actions. He denies the extent of grooming any underage fans or the sending of indecent images, and then proceeds to play the pity card upon himself, making the video extremely uncomfortable by talking about his mental health, that he was depressed and looking for attention. This is a grown adult, by the way, I should add that in, and that he thought that being a manipulative was just fun and goofy. He concludes the video by apologising to his victims and fans after talking about himself for far too long, and I would argue that overall this is one of the worst apology videos out there. The reception from his fans was mixed, some forgiving him, while some pushed for further action to be taken against him. Nothing came from it, and he continued to produce music on social media and release another album. Not only do I find it disgusting that he made this apology more about him, he tried to use his mental health as an excuse to justify his lifestyle and behaviour. He talks about being depressed and struggling and stuff, and does not take into any consideration that he has put children in vulnerable positions. He simply made an awful apology video, learned nothing from his behaviour, and continued to do the same thing for a further 2 years. On June 9th, 2017, an arrest warrant was issued against him, where 3 days later he was arrested for 2 accounts of the police searched his phone, where they discovered inappropriate texts between him and underage fans. The texts between him and minors were incredibly graphic, instructing them to do certain things. After the arrest, the backlash against Austin was monumental, and this led to the downfall of his career and reputation. During the time of his house arrest, YouTube faced criticism for not shutting down his channel at this time. YouTube later said they could not shut down his channel as his controversy did not relate to the type of content he created. But naturally, this statement faced backlash too. DFizzy began opening up further on exposing Austin, and claims that he was originally meant to be going on tour with him. But as the early claims of Austin's grooming came to light, DFizzy decided to retweet the fans' stories instead, and try to raise awareness as to how dangerous Austin actually was. DFizzy said that Austin's lawyers and managers attempted to cover up his crimes and threatened DFizzy of cyberbullying and the receival of jail time. On February 1st, 2019, Austin pleaded guilty for the production of. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison, where he will be released late 2027, and after this, his channel was finally deleted. This idiot groomed minors, put them in horrible situations, got a questionable free pass, and then done the same thing all over again. He should be locked away for a lot longer than the sentence he received. I hope that the victims of these crimes are doing okay. Not only have they been put in horrible situations, but this has been done by someone that they look up to, that they're a fan of, and it was used against them by an absolute monster. I also hope that the kids' families are okay, knowing that your child has gone through something like this. I can't even imagine what it must be like, but I hope that they're all doing okay and that they've managed to move on with their lives. Tony 48219. Tony 48219 was the online alias of Tony Pibble, who was an American YouTuber and commentator. His videos sparked instant controversy as he made videos where he spoke about hating black women and atheists. During his 2 years on the YouTube platform, he cycled through a number of channels and received subsequent suspensions due to the nature of his content. Commenters expressed concerns for his mental health, and some described him as becoming more and more associated with reality with his progressive uploads. He would continue to express suicidal thoughts, mentioned owning a shotgun, and expressed the rejection he was facing in trying to find a girlfriend. His parents mentioned that he heavily struggled with depression, but he refused to take any medications. He had an interest in film, where he attended Henry Ford Community College in Michigan. And this is how he came to meet Asia McGowan. Asia McGowan was also a YouTuber who uploaded vlogging videos. Most of her videos were dance routines and comedy skits. Her passion lied in dancing, and she attended the Mackenzie Fine Arts Centre at Henry Ford College. She was an aspiring actress, landing roles in films such as Prayers for Bobby, and she was also an outspoken advocate for women's rights, including being an atheist. Tony discovered Asia's YouTube channel and took immediate interest, leaving hateful comments on her YouTube videos, and sometimes created fake accounts to leave more comments. Tony would continue this type of behaviour, bullying Asia on a regular basis. On April 10th, 2009, Tony entered the Fine Arts Centre and made his way towards a classroom. From there, he located Asia and ambushed her with a shotgun, shooting and killing her. Afterwards, he decided to take his own life by shooting himself in the head. In the wake of this, the community came together to discuss whether or not this incident could have been prevented due to Powell's extreme views and the severity over his mental health issues. After the shooting, an unknown user terminated most of Powell's channels. YouTube then followed up with deleting the remainder. Apart from one, his Tony48219, his legendary channel, still exists. Some of the old videos from his deleted channels were later found in snippets or audio and then uploaded by third parties back onto the platform. On September 29th, 2021, Asia's channel got hacked before being terminated. Barely any of her videos were recovered. I hope that Asia is resting in peace. I hope the two families have managed to find some peace through all of this. And it's horrific to think that this incident could have been avoided if Tony had just gotten the help for his mental health. Okay, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. The idea of influencers and their lives is something that I find very fascinating. It's definitely a phenomenon in itself, especially when these people can reach such high peaks and then it comes crashing down in one way or another. Again, I just wanted to say that I hope the victims in this video are at peace. I hope their families are okay and managing with their lives. And again, I just wanted to say that these videos that I'm making are to raise awareness for incidents that have happened that people might not know about. And I believe that content creators that have caused such crimes should be stripped from their platforms and should no longer have a place on the internet. There are victims out there, and there are still these influencers that are making money. And I also just wanted to say a big thank you to you guys. One of my most recent videos has really kicked off, and I'm incredibly grateful. Thank you so much. I'll continue to improve as much as I can and learn and all those different things, but I just want to say thank you so much and welcome to any new subscribers, and thank you to subscribers that have been here with me since the beginning. But again, thank you. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe. Take care. Bye.